Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
What it do and what's up? The baby boys are back, giving you, serving you, and providing you with Survivor News, Season 49, Episode 2. I'm excited to be here with my co-host, the baby boys. You might recognize him from Beach Cabana Royale. You might recognize him from Hot Mess House. You might recognize him from Brice and Win 49. It's Wendell Holland. What's popping with you, Wendell?
What's up, Brice? What's up, Jack? It's good to be back. Let's get it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get to the main attraction. The man that's connected to everything and everywhere. We might be in Boston, but Jack's name is always going to ring bells. You might know him from the Netflix show, The Circle Season 2. You might know him from Connecticut. You might know him from LA. You might know him from a recent casting call. We've got the baby boy, Jackery Atkins. What's popping with you, Jack?
We're chilling. We're chilling. It's good to be here. I mean, you might not know this, but age 1 through 5, I lived in Boston, so I got people in the Boston streets.
Oh.
If you ran into some of my people, we might have gone to preschool together.
Not preschool.
We were like, he was tall back then.
Wait, what?
What?
Get it? He's tall. He was tall.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because
I've been this height since pre-K.
I just hear what I want to hear. I just heard Wendell say Brice was grown back then.
Let's
Okay.
move on.
Bryce, you might have been grown back then.
Hey, Jack. Okay. Now I'm setting you up. I was not.
Because if I was in preschool, you must have been.
I was in second
first grade. First grade.
Yeah, second grade. But it is great to be back with the baby boys. And we are here covering Survivor Season 49. But Wendell and I just got back from Boston from our second, aka third stop on the Brice and Win Tour 49. And Jack,
Whoa.
I got a positive report to report.
Oh, hit me.
When DZ and I have broke the Boston curse, because not only did we not fight, we got along. I mean, there isn't even a time that I could make up, Jack, to say that when DZ and I was fighting. It was at one point, Jack, we were in the hotel. Wendell texted me he said, get the car so we could be ready. I get the car, Jack. I move the seats up. I get ready to drive when DZ says, Perp, get out the car. I'll drive. I say, I know that's right. We had.
So we're just making up entire stories now.
So I'm lying?
Yes.
About what?
I sent you the screenshot of the ticket because I was running late.
And I got the car.
This is our Boston fight. I sent him the screenshot of the ticket because I'm running late. I hustle downstairs. I'm looking for the car. Like, where is Brice? Where is the car?
No. So,
and he's going to hit me talking about I'm on my way down.
Okay, so see what happened was, Jack. So I was downstairs.
Oh.
But there was a concierge at the hotel. His name was Miguel. Maybe he was doing his job, but every time I walked through the door, he do you need anything?
You said maybe he was doing his job. That is his job, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Do you need anything? Would you like to check in?
Yeah.
In my mind, I said he was flirting. So when DZ said, get downstairs to get the car, I got downstairs, but Miguel was there. And I wanted to make sure Miguel, was doing his job. So I got to talking to Miguel, but I was downstairs, Jack.
Yeah, you were worried about the wrong stick shift.
We're starting off on a terrible note.
But also, Jack. So shout out to Boston. So when DZ and I, we went to Justin pizza store, Luigi's. Shout out to all of the amazing people that were there. We get back from Luigi's and we arrived to our hotel, and it's like a crime scene, Jack.
Oh.
The police,
everybody is there. And it's like, it looked like something crashed into a wall. We're trying to figure it out. We can't figure it out. But the next morning, we have to get up early. So I'm the first downstairs, and I see Miguel. I said, hola. He said, good morning. How are you? I said, well, I'm good. How are you? He said, another day. I said, what happened? He said, oh, somebody arrived to the hotel and crashed into the wall. But
that's
again,
Brice when he has to grab the car.
No, Jack, don't do that, Jack.
Brice saw Miguel and crashed. Save me.
Who did that?
Is that why you were talking Spanish in the Survivor Cafe, Brice? Because of Miguel?
Miguel was like, it was an American guy who crashed the car. Brice was like, no say.
no say. But anyway, shout out to Miguel. He was amazing. But shout out to Boston. Shout out to Justin. Our pop-up at the Luigi.
Every time I saw that poster for Luigi's Pizza, I kept thinking Justin was me on the first photo. I was like, who's this brunette white boy with Brice and Wendell? It's got to be like what a picture we took. But wow, no, shout out to Justin. I still got to try some Luigi's Pizza.
Yeah, listen, you're missing out. Okay. And shout out to the Luigi staff. We were in there busy talking. The mayor was in there. I said, hey, I got a parking ticket. Could you take care of that? The mayor said, did you give a contribution to my campaign? I said, oh.
Whoa. That sounds like
yeah,
maybe illegal.
You didn't hear that from us because we're coming back to Boston, okay? Back in Revere. So Revere.
But again, we broke the Brice and Wendell curse. No fighting. It was absolutely amazing. Shout out to the greatest bar that hosted us. Shout out to Shannon Mayfair. Wendell and I did a podcast with her. We did a podcast before she was on Survivor. We kind of picked up where we left off, and it was like great to see Shannon. We love her. We love the greatest bar.
I saw that. That looked awesome.
Oh wow.
And the guest list looks stacked too, right? So
yes, the guest list was amazing. Hold on, I'm trying to.
They were in there.
It
was a cool 1-2 punch because we had Survivor Cafe upstairs. We had Brice and Wendell downstairs. It was free flowing. People were going up and down. It was awesome.
Oh, is the Survivor Cafe connected to the greatest bar?
The top 2 floors.
It's the top 2 floors.
And the greatest bar is Shannon's family's bar, right?
Yes.
Oh, so it all.
So
it's a one-stop shop
bar. It's a 4-story bar. And historically, we would take the 2 floors for Brice and Wendell anyway. And they had the top 2, we had the bottom 2, and we were rocking.
Absolutely. Wow. And even in the Survivor Cafe, they had like this whole winner's wall, which I was kind of confused about. And so maybe you can help me depict what is happening here, Jack, because I was a little the way what I want to work out isn't working out. And so I'm going to just. What's happening here, Jack?
I see Wendell signing one of the winners' pictures on the wall.
My 6 looks like a G, though.
Taking a photo.
Signing what?
He's signing the winner's wall, but get into this pose that he is in right now, currently, Jack. What type of pose?
Well, he was low on the winner wall. No surprise there. Had to get on his knees, which is fair because he had to get low to sign. And he was wearing some camo pants, so it was a little hard to even see what the position was because his legs were blended right in with the floor.
I mean, some would say downward dog, but who am I to say? Because I don't know.
A downward dog.
None would say downward dog.
But it was a great time. We had a great show out from some of our amazing friends from all over the spectrum of the reality TV realm. It was so good.
Wait, Izzy was there?
Izzy was there.
I saw Izzy like Thursday.
Yeah, I know. Izzy and Paige came specifically
Wow.
back because Paige loves Survivor, and Paige started watching Survivor because of Denise. And so when Paige saw that Denise was there, she wanted to come. And so it was amazing. We had practically everyone that ever participated in Survivor Quebec at our event. We had the most recent winner of Survivor Quebec. We had the past winner. It was like, we love our Survivor family, the Survivor franchise. It was truly amazing. We had Brett LaBelle. We had Chris Hammond. Sorry. I'm still in my Miguel mode.
Was Ken the Quintus there? Same season.
We had Morena from the Squid Games. We had Jimmy from the Squid Games. There was just so many people. But also, Jack, I mean, 65% of the cast of 49 was there. And
whoa.
Whew, can I just go out on a limb and say, I love the cast of 49. Like, it almost reminds me of the cast of season 45, of just how cool and dope and how we all have relationships with the cast of 45. Like, you know me, Austin is my man. I love Emily Flippin. I love Caleb. There's like so many dope people. And so like this cast just are so friendly, so dope. There were so many people that I connected with. I got cussed out. Jawan was there.
Let's go.
Jawan was like, I'm trying to figure out, baby boy, why you was hating on me. I said, I wasn't hating on you. I was explaining to Jawan how Survivor News works. And normally the people that Jack loves, I feel like I have to go against. And so I already knew in preseason Jack loved Jawan. And so just off the rip, I'm like, okay, I gotta hate Jawan. But
come on.
Jawan has been killing it. The Rizz God was there, baby.
Wow.
I mean,
star-studded event with the Rizz
people
God.
Keep questioning, does the Rizz God have the Rizz? And
what's the verdict?
I mean, you could tell by how he was climbing on that, how he jumped into that.
Okay, he did the Superman backwards.
He did what's that? The high jump. It's called like a Fosbury flop or something. He said,
oh no.
Anyway, we'll get to it. Yeah.
He killed it. Sophie B. Sophie with the HIE was there. Matt was there. Oh, if anybody knows me, knows that Jack, I be on the TikTok and I be on the aliens are coming in November. I likes to follow the universe. Steven was there. I got to pin Steven in a corner and talk aliens, NASA, love Steven. It was just such an amazing time.
Nicole was there.
Oh, Nicole.
Jason was there.
Jason was there.
Yeah, sounds unreal.
They were out there, man. They were out there.
Shannon was there. Shannon and
I figured.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the family's bar.
Sage was there.
Love Sage. Shout out to Sage. I feel like anybody knows Real Housewives of Atlanta. We see each other. I see Sage. Like, Sage is just such a presence and a being. It was just so much fun. Trashy Annie was there. Trashy Annie put on a performance before we even walked into the bar. Okay.
Well, we were in the bar, so it wasn't.
Well, I mean,
we were supporting our friend.
We were in the bar.
Oh, it was packed out. Good. It was locked. got that place blocked. We might have to bring her to some other stops, Brice.
I definitely think so. I definitely think the way Annie put on, the way that Annie, I didn't know her music prior to this, but Annie said I'm a performer. And during her performance, Jack, you're not a millennial. I am one of the younger millennials. She got up there and sang, I don't even know what the lady that actually sing the song, but she sung, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not feel the same. I'm your help, I'm your ease. I'm nothing in between, and no, you wouldn't want it any other way. Now, at that point in Jack, I was not sweating the whole night, but when Annie started singing Sarah McLachlan, I'm a bitch. Baby, I started sweating. I couldn't help it. I definitely feel like Wendeezy, we should maybe talk and work about bringing Annie on some of the stops. So keep your eyes posted. Also, I do feel like the way Boston showed out, and Boston always shows out. We stopped at Boston early this season because we knew that this stop would be special.
Yeah.
But I think we should go back, Wendeezy.
Go back to Boston? We're going to go back for 50.
I mean, before 50, though, because the season's just starting. I feel like we should go back to Boston. We should
going back
to Boston. And maybe we should bring my man.
Andy?
My other man.
Oh, Austin.
My other man.
Ken McClintus?
Jack! Jack!
Why?
Jack, I'm still not over Ken McMixon, okay?
The fact you have the Britchers, like, I know last episode you were like ready to be like the Britchers, but the fact that you're just improving the Britchers.
He said,
you can't say that name.
You just have a Mexican chair every episode. Are they soaking in the same water as last week, or did you?
They are. It's a little musty, but it's fine. But listen, I mean, I don't know, Wendeezy. I feel like, looking at our tour schedule, we do have a date open, and it is in December. And I feel like, maybe December 10th, we should head back to Boston.
All right, let's do it.
And let's bring Ozzy.
Let's bring Ozzy to Boston. Let's make it happen.
Okay, well, I'll call my man. We'll figure it out. But this is a Survivor News exclusive, Boston. The way that you guys showed us love, we are coming back. We will be back December 10th in Boston. Ooh. Keep your eyes out. Keep them peeled. Keep them on the lookout. But in between time,
Boston
is not that far from Connecticut.
Well,
and it's the holiday time, and we shout out to Christine Atkins. True.
I might be in New York the weekend right before that, though. Maybe, yeah.
Jack, don't play.
Jack,
don't it's a speaker. It's a speaker with your name on it.
For that weekend for something, then there's a chance. Then there's a good chance I'd pop over to Boston.
Well, we would love to see you. And keep us posted. But next week, the Baby Boys are headed to San Francisco, and recently announced Joe Hunter is in the building. Shireen from Survivor Season 30 is pulling up. We've got Annika. We have Camilla. We've got Kevin. We've got Jess. We've got
Nasir.
We've got James. We've got Neil. We've got Keyshawn, baby. Tickets is going fast, and so come join the movement of Brice and Win 49. We'll be in San Francisco, and we're going to stay on the West Coast. From San Francisco, we'll be in San Diego. Yeah. Jack Atkins will be in the building. Jack Atkins will actually be driving Wendeezy up from LA to San Diego. And the tour continues on. We've got our baby boy, Ozzy, is going to be hitting Washington, D.C. October 15th. And baby, we released that, and the tickets are going crazy. So if you want to join the fun in the District of Columbia with Ozzy, please act now because there are only a limited number of tickets left. From there, we're going to be heading to Dallas. From Dallas, we'll be in Denver. We've got Michaela from Survivor, Gen X Millennials, and the Challenge. We've got Missy Bird. We've got, should I grab the bucket now? Okay, we got Ken McKintis pulling up.
Wow. You got Benry pulling up? That's a deep cut. I love Benry.
We got Benry pulling up from Denver. We'll be heading to Kansas City, to Chicago, to Philadelphia, to Baltimore, back to Boston, and to New York. And so if you want to join the fun, the movement of Brice and Wen, please click the link in the Brice and Wen Present Instagram or Twitter or Wendell or myself's bio, and we will see you on the way. I'm excited. This episode was a lot, Jack. I got a lot of questions for you.
Yeah, should we get into it?
Let's get in. Are you in there?
I'm talking about
I'm talking about in there. When DZ is old, he don't get it. Okay. When DZ is Nate.
It's something on TikTok.
It's the movement. What were your overall?
Have your son tell you about it, Wendell.
He would know. He would absolutely know.
He's hit. Yeah, Brice, where do you want to start? I mean,
it's a lot to get at. I have a lot of thoughts. I feel like you want to start at the red, you want to start at the blue, you want to start where you want to start, Jack. You know, you come narrate us.
Yeah, I don't know. I got my notes, but I'm like, I feel like I watched with a good amount of people yesterday, and I feel like a lot of them, they didn't think it was a great episode. I thought it was solid though. Here's my thing is, not every episode's going to end in a crazy blindside. Like, that's just the way Survivor goes. Sometimes you got to build up a little bit. You got to get the oven preheated. I feel like I believe in the preseason, Jeff said that the second half of the season was really good. So that's not to say the first half isn't going to be good, but, do with those words what you will. My thinking is maybe maybe it's the opposite of 48. The pre-marriage is a little bit slower. But I'd much rather the game turns on in the second half post-merge, and then we really get things shaken. So I don't mind taking a little time to get to know these people and let the characters develop. And I thought there was some fun moments in the episode. I mean, what was your overall takeaway from this episode?
I was sad. I thought overall we got a lot of character development. We got a lot to see how a better dynamic of how the tribe's inner workings are. What's the name of the yellow tribe?
Hina.
Kina.
We didn't get not a lot of Hina.
We didn't get a lot of Hina, but I was curious to know, what's your thoughts? Because we see in Hina.
Hina.
Yeah.
We see Keenan.
Shout out to Keenan, though. But in Hina, we see Steven, we see Matt, and we see Christina kind of lock in as this three. They're looking for this fourth, and they think MC. And so Matt kind of says, hey, MC, we just locked in. We love to have you. MC is like, yeah, I'm down. But we see in MC's confessional, she's like, I wasn't really a part of the original ingredients. And so I don't know how to feel about that. And I guess later on, Matt says to her, like, hey, if we need to get rid of somebody, Sophie, she's ripened for the picking. And MC is like, hey, listen, y'all. MC said, anybody asks me to an alliance, I'm with it. And I'm with her with that. Like, say yes to the dress, say yes to the alliance. And then she gets this information and she immediately relays it back to Sophie. Now, I am torn because I love MC. I think that MC is a strong player. And I think that that's a very smart move for her to keep her options open, right? Like, I'm with this alliance. And then if somebody that the alliance wants to go against, I feel like that should be an ally of mine if I want to win Survivor. So I thought that move was very smart, but I am curious to know from the survivor savant himself, Jack, should MC have kept that to herself, or was it good of her to like the match in Sophie and like, hey, they after you, I'm bringing you the information, and now you know I got you. Like, what's your thoughts on that, Jack?
Yeah, I like MC's gut reaction overall. Like Matt, I think was genuinely extending an olive branch, but MC also could pick up on like, so I'm your number 4. Like this started without me, and I'm the number 4, which you don't really want to be the number 4. Granted, you know, their tribe's doing pretty well with these challenges. It doesn't hurt to just get in the majority and you know, maybe there's a swap, maybe that, you know, maybe you don't lose a lot and you get to where you need to get to go with that group, and then you can be an option. But obviously if she feels good with Sophie, I think it's good for her to keep that option open too. I guess the only thing I'd maybe say is like, and I don't really have any issues with how MC went about things, but maybe the only thing I'd consider is like, do I wait to tell Sophie a little bit? Because if we keep winning challenges, now I've kind of created this division in the group. When say we get to a swap, I'd probably like to keep all those options, people that I'm potentially working with. I'd like to have them all on the same page so that if we swap and I'm with a Sophie and I'm with a Matt and I need those 2 to vote with me, I don't want them to be having any friction with each other because of what I told them. But
Right.
I like MC keeping her options open.
So, and I'm with you. I'm torn because just like what you said, so say we win 2 more challenges, but then on the 3rd one, we lose it. And if MC were to relay that message to Sophie, it might seem a little more disingenuous at that moment, right? So it's like, I'm not mad at MC relaying that information, but I'm also like, my only question is, maybe MC should have maybe just locked in with Sophie and kept that to herself. I don't know. Wendell, you played at Winners at War. You got out at the merge. They got you out there immediately. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
That's not considered immediate. Making it to the merge is not immediate. But
I mean,
let's talk about it, because what is faster than immediate? Is there anything faster than immediate? And if there is, then we'd have to call that whatever happened to you on Cagayan. Because if I made the merge, which is say 20 days in on Winners at War, and you made it 4 days on Cagayan.
We don't want to go down this road, Wendell, because while we were in Boston and had a great time, you did share some behind the scenes information that I'd hate to bring to the light.
Oh, guys, I thought you were done already.
No, we were. No, we were.
Guys, I was never even there. So that's the most immediate.
Also, shout out to the posse, because in our last episode, somebody wrote, as Wendell and I were explaining our fights of New York, that wasn't really a fight. Somebody was like, not Wendell and Brice talk about they didn't have a fight, then proceed to have a fight about them not having a fight. We love the comments.
I think I might have wrote that.
Yeah. But pop up, but just tread lightly, Wendeezy, because you did provide me with some ammunition that
I don't want to be ingenuous, so
I'm gonna be dissing.
Oh, okay. But Wendell, what do you think about, like, in this situation, you have a group that's proposed to you, maybe they're talking about your closest person.
Yeah.
How much information do you give to that person?
I don't recall how she responded when Matt came to her. Did she lock in with the 4 and share the information?
MC, yes.
Then I think that's okay. And I think you don't wait for the reason that you said. You don't wait too long for the reason that you said, Brice. But I think it's a good way to establish a number 1 elsewhere and stay in with this 4. So it's like you're having your cake and eating it too. You have either which way you can go. And yeah, that's what I think.
It's tough with these tribes of 6. And I've seen this complaint being thrown out there a lot with these tribes of 6 being every time in the new era. It's a little bit formulaic of like, Let's get our 4. Like once we have our 4, there's 2 people on the outside. There's not as many like options to move and shake.
Right.
If you have a like 10, and maybe there's a group of 4 that comes to you, but then you also go to like a Sophie. Well, then there's 5 other players. You can go figure out where they're at and maybe pull things in. But if a group of 3 is already locked in, now MC, like she could lock in with Sophie, but then it's like at best, what can you do? You can maybe grab Jason and make it 3-3, but it just kind of like I love what MC's doing by keeping these options open, but in reality, she doesn't even have that many options because it's just it's kind of one thing or the other here.
She does and she doesn't though, right? Like if they lose and she's got to go, she's good. But if they lose or if they win or if they merge and someone gets an idol and the person that gets an idol is Sophie HIE, she has some leverage. So again, I'm not mad at like what MC is doing. I guess my only question is like, would I have relayed all that information to Sophie? Because now it's like, now Sophie was like, I'm boiling. And
I
then
think
another question.
Well, I think the good question to what you're saying, Brice, is like, and this is something we just haven't seen, is like, how close are they really? Because if that's really your number 1, I think it's good you give all that information over because you 2 are going to figure it out. But if this is just like someone you might want to work with and create that avenue, I wouldn't go about creating the avenue by just giving all this intel about this alliance you just joined. That's a good point.
Because you're right. Sophie could be her number 1 and she's giving her all the information. And on the other side, MC is in this other alliance. And I hope if push comes to shove, MC doesn't make the same mistake that I made, where it's like you could be locked in with somebody, but you have to remember that it's your self-preservation over anything. And so, I just love the position that MC is in. I do wonder, as just the Survivor watcher that I am, I wonder how different it would have been if Christina would have been the one to bring the offering of the 3 to MC instead of Matt. Like in my mind, I wonder what that would have looked like.
What made them choose Matt?
I don't even think they chose Matt.
Yeah, I think Matt was just the one who was kind of taking it upon himself to make it happen, which is a good point, Brice, because it's like, you know, in that 4, who is MC the closest with? And we don't really know that either. But if say she was the closest with like Christina, and Christina's like, hey, like Matt proposed this alliance and they all want you in it, and she's like, obviously you're my number 1, so I want you in that, I would feel a little bit more welcome. But if I'm the least close with Matt and he's like, hey, come on in, I'd be like, all right, I just met you, like I don't really know you.
But this is why I don't feel like this was too much of the edit, because I feel like from watching the episode back, like they kind of formed this 3 with Matt, Steven, and Christina. And then it just so happened, Matt happened to see MC and Matt was like, let's go. I'm gonna bring you in. And even him reporting back to everybody, they were like, you told MC? So again, but also it just makes me love Matt though. Like, I feel like Matt's like, okay, we got our 3. We need a 4. The next time I see the 4, I'm going to get the 4. Like, I like the way Matt is moving. Like, he's not playing the field. So I think that again, loving the red tribe, can we, or the yellow tribe, can we maneuver on to the Rojo tribe, the red tribe? Because there are so many things I want to talk about. First of all, Nate, right? Nate is definitely the Wendell of this podcast, okay? Because Jack, when we talk about, I'm talking in there, okay? Wendell's like, in where? Where is there? Well, who said that? Jack,
I have
to give a more proper example of how Wendell is Nate. As the Bryson Wynn 49 tour continues to evolve, we are on a new platform called Flight. And it's a new ticketing platform. It's easier, it's user-friendly. And when we have people that work our door to check us in, there's an app that they can download that makes it essentially so much more easier, Jack. And so we're in a group chat with some of our door people. And when DZ sends them, Jack, a photo, a screenshot, he crops it of this little being. He's like, hey guys, download this so that you can be able to check the people in. And I'm gonna let you know when DZ my brother, so I I'm never gonna try to tear him down. So I just immediately send them the link.
This is what the app looks like.
And you see the screenshot, Jack? That's exactly what he sends them. Me, on the other hand, I send them the link and I say, hey, if you are unable to make out the pixelated image that Wendell is telling you to search for, just click the link and you can download it. And so, like, Wendell calls me. He's like, that was a great idea. You're such a forward thinker. Like,
shut up.
So tech savvy.
Okay.
That was fire. That was absolute cinema. That was vibe.
That was cinema.
You got Rizz.
You got that Rizz. I thought it was so amazing to see Nate navigating all of this Rizz, all of this cinema, all of this fire. And again, sometimes, I'll be having my fights with the editors. The way that they edited this, hearing Jawan say fire 637 times, hearing Savannah say fire, but they didn't get me until Sage pulled Nate to the side and was like, I'm really loving the vibe of this tribe that I just was dying. And I love the fact that we are getting this like introspective perspective of Nate, where it's like he's complaining to us, the viewers, but in real time, we see him kind of acclimating. We see him kind of being like, yeah, okay.
That was fire.
Yeah, that was kind of rad, right? Like, I love this. I love Nate. Like, yeah. But okay, because I do love Nate, but here's my one thing.
Wait, Brice, I just got a flight notification.
Send the screenshot.
Hold on a second.
Download that app. Now, mind you, I do love Nate and I do love the Red Tribe, but I'm coming in a little hot because I felt like on episode 1, when Nate said, hey, I've worked on PA. I was a PA for Marvel. The first person that was hot to trot, that was like, hey, was Jawan. And I didn't love how the 3 that is Nate, Savannah, and the Rizz, or was there a 4? Who's the 4th person?
And Shannon.
I didn't love how Nate was so willing to kind of leave out Jawan, but also Nate says he can't get down with the Rizz, he can't get down with the vibes, he can't get down with the cinema. But baby, when those 3 people came to him, he was able to get down. And I was like, I hate that he left Jawan out, but I love the way that he was able to just assimilate in and like, I got my eye on Nate.
Yeah. I wore red both episodes because this is my tribe. I like this tribe a lot. I don't like how they're doing Jawan, although some of that right now is a little bit on him.
Yeah, true.
A little bit. But still, like, I felt like there was some Jawan heat even last episode from Savannah.
Right.
Mostly. But I was like, it felt undeserved. But this episode, there's some things to talk about with Jawan. I'm still confident he'll bounce back. But, I mean, obviously, I think going and collecting the firewood in
somebody else's book bag.
Now, look.
No.
Like,
no.
Oh, after I already filled it up, now I realize it's
I don't mind the idea of maybe being like, oh, I'm gonna take my bag and I could load a bunch of stuff up in it, and maybe like Savannah even said, if I find something, I could just put it in the bag, but whatever. But the question really comes is like, how are you emptying out Savannah's bag?
No, but
and you don't know that it's not your bag. Like,
or
you could be like, why is there women's garments in here? You know what I mean? Like, where did that come
you
from?
think I brought this blouse?
Yeah. Why does my water bottle say Savannah on it?
No,
That's weird.
My water bottle used to say Jawan.
no,
Somebody hacked into my bag.
no.
So, did you switch all your stuff into my bag?
Here's the thing why I'm with Jawan on this, because there have been multiple times I've been at Wendy's house and I have taken or borrowed things, and sometimes you forget to like actually tell the person. And so where I felt like, again, because I think Shannon was Shannon the one to tell Savannah. And so I feel like the way Shannon relayed the message, like she relayed it like Jawan got confused and took your bag. And so
it seemed like he did get confused.
Yeah. And so, but also here's the thing, because I've been confused. I've been kind of like, there's plenty of times when Deezy, and because also when Deezy got home cameras now, so I gotta be careful. But there have been plenty of times where like I've kind of been stuck in that situation where it's like, I don't know what to say or how to say it. And so if I don't know how to do that, and be honest, Wendyzy, what is my normal response to that?
If you don't know how to tell me,
if I feel uncomfortable in a situation that I probably should respond or say something, what is my go-to response?
Yeah, you fart. Flatulence.
Oh.
That is true, but not really true. Like how Sage, when she gets excited, or like sometimes when I'm in uncomfortable positions,
you gotta pee.
I do have to, like, I do flagellate a little bit. It's an uncontrollable response.
You and Sage see each other.
Yes, we see each other. No, Wendyzy, what I'm saying is, I just won't respond.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's why I'm not mad at Jawan, where I felt like I saw Jawan where it's like, oh, I need to tell Sage this. And then it's like, oh, maybe I don't say nothing.
So my question is this, though. Is it a matter of he opens the bag, starts stuffing leaves and sticks in it?
But wait, time out. Is that even like, what are you doing, Jawan?
What are you What are you, a hunter-gatherer? What are you doing? Like, so anyway, you decide to, you think it's your bag. So
with that,
you open it before you remove anything out of it, right? There's stuff in the bottom, your items. You fill it up, okay? You fill it. Now you bring it somewhere, and then you start unpacking all of your leaves and sticks and stones and ants and debris and maybe seashells and coral. And then you realize underneath of it is Savannah's stuff. Is that how it went? Or did he really empty it first?
I think he must have emptied it first
and then went looking. And then I feel like when he got back, he realized, because we see Savannah. Shout out to Savannah, because the way Savannah was pulling that stuff out, Savannah was like, oh, it's okay. Savannah was over it. So clearly he put it back, hoping that like maybe she just wouldn't notice. And he, from what we as viewers see, he happened to be there.
That might be, but I'm also like, why didn't he just use his it's either he didn't know Savannah's bag, which is hard to believe.
I believe it.
But it's like, how do you take her stuff out and really not know that it's not your stuff?
But at
Are you in a rush? Are you in a rush?
First of all, you're right. Because first of all, just want to say, this is 5 days in the game. This is something I can talk about. Okay.
Fair.
Okay. This is something I can talk about. 5 days in the game. What really is in your bag? There's nothing really in your knapsack.
I mean, you have clothes in there, right?
Right.
Your stuff. Your socks.
Sometimes when they're wet, we hang them out. So maybe like, I'm just saying,
maybe there's not a lot in. Maybe she's like wearing some clothes, drying the other clothes.
Exactly.
So we're assuming that both her bag and his bag didn't have much in it.
And when he got back, he realized that it just
I
wasn't
just hope she didn't notice.
that's a real like
What were
again.
the other possibilities? He's like, well, I don't want to get my stuff dirty.
Somebody's bag's getting dirty today.
Jack, that's your dog. Jawan, get him.
I know, but I'm sure.
Jawan, get him.
I'm just like deciphering the options.
So
No, I got faith in Jawan, but I obviously, if we asked him, I'm sure he'd say this wasn't his best moment. So,
but I just want to just go on record where like there is a world where I believe that scenario where it's like there's not a lot in there. You just go off, you come back, and then you realize Shannon could have been there because Shannon knew. So obviously, like he had a oh-ish moment.
and then he was just like hoping she wouldn't notice.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do. Because like that,
She's
I know
like,
it's not
"Why
the
is my
best
stuff all
option, but
dirty?"
like when
And
you
he's like,
when you in uncomfortable situations, sometimes it's like I know, and it just doesn't look great for him.
here's
But-
what he should have done. He should have also put a bunch of dirt in his own bag, so he could be like, "Who the hell is putting dirt in our bags?"
but clearly he's off playing the game looking for idols because prior to this bag, Savannah said he coming back with 2 sticks.
Can I
Yeah.
just ask again? Like,
But-
what are you collecting?
Right, we've never seen this method before.
Yeah, I feel like that's maybe my ultimate thing for any new
Leaves and
players.
little
Like,
things.
if someone hasn't done it in the 48 seasons before, it might not be the method.
But wait, time out though.
But maybe it is.
Listen,
Maybe it's a new method. I don't know.
Listen, because we always hear people getting firewood, but we always know that you need the kindle, you need the dried up leaves. So Jawan is a revolutionary. Jawan was getting.
You're in the jungle. You can literally reach to your right and grab a handful of dried up leaves.
But maybe Brice is being like, when you got the big sticks, the big firewood, you hold that like this. But with all the little Kindle, it's like,
Yes. So I'm saying
you're running around the jungle with just in between your fingers. So if you use your bag, you could get hundreds of little sticks in there.
And if you use somebody else's bag,
Not a terrible idea. I mean,
but time out. It's the editors for me because as Savannah is going through her bag, if you look at that shot, there's nothing but leaves behind Savannah. Jawan.
bro was in a mountain of leaves, but he had a bed of leaves sitting behind him.
Jawan.
oh.
I know what I'm going to be for. I know what I'm going to be for Halloween. I know what I'm going to be for Halloween. With DC, I'm going to be a book bag with leaves, and I'm going to be on your bag.
Yes.
Okay. So, not the greatest moment for Jawan, but
Not
I
the
still
best moment.
I believe his story. I see.
But talk about an opportunity to bounce back. Takes us straight to the journey, and Jawan channeled his inner Kobe, as he said, and was getting buckets. He was hyping himself up. He was hyping up the other guys too.
Now that
shows you the type of guy. That shows you the type of guy Jawan is. I mean, I wouldn't be out there. Good shot, bro, and it's in my back. It's in my basket, but that's just he's a genuine guy.
he really is.
And
Kobe wouldn't do that either.
But time out though, because in Jawan, and mind you, this is all love. I got to spend some time with Jawan, and I see why Jack, you are friends with Jawan because me and Jawan, we was doing nothing but cutting up, and that gives me the freelance to cut up on Jawan. Now, mind you, and tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. And again, I'm no basketball player. Soccer is more my sport.
No, it's
In the
not.
confessional, Jawan was like, Kobe, okay, but in IRL,
He turned into my son.
Yeah.
And
I
IRL.
I don't know what you guys. He won the challenge. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
In the
Listen,
commercial-
I'm not
in the
mad.
commercial, he's like, bop, bop, bop.
Yeah. Crossover, Hezzy, tween, skip through the lane, Kobe.
He said, I hit him with the.
Duncan.
The dream shake.
We like, hold up, bruh.
It-
We
it-
saw you.
but
Jawan
somehow
was
that-
playing 21 with Jake and with Matt, and he was just pumped. They were just going to do it once.
Time out though, Jack. We got to make sure our senior understands what IRL means. Do you know what IRL means, Wendell?
Yes. It's a web page. No, it means in real life. Fool, shut up.
Okay. In real life, Jawan was getting to that live. He was looking live. Good job, Jake. Good
Yeah.
job,
Those
man.
nice buckets you got over there.
Is it okay if I go, guys? But listen, I don't care what nobody says because in my mind, watching that back, again, I'm on Jawan's side. I feel like this is a strategic mission where clearly we see Jake throwing them. We see Matt throwing them. Like, it's your job to go in between, right? Like, it's like whatever one Matt throws, I feel like, and this is where I need you at, Jack. The hypothesis of the minuteness is that, like, if everyone Wendell puts one in, clearly he's not putting it in his own, and you're not putting it in your own, right? And if it's not mine, if I just follow the lead, if everyone that you put it in that's not mine, I feel like there is a scientific basis that ensures that you win.
No. Bryce,
I don't really know the
if-
strategy on this.
if everyone is alternating at the same rate and hitting them at the same rate,
It'll all
No.
be even.
it's
But they're
even.
not. That Jawan
Well,
is
I think the best hope is that if you're the best shooter, you hope that they don't gang up on you. And so I think I probably would lay out like, hey, guys, I'm just going to go back and forth between you two. And like, that's the most fair. Because otherwise, if you're just shooting one, they're going to be shooting on yours. It's going to make it easier for the other guy because then he can just shoot between those. So I think people probably just kind of rotate and you just got to hope you're the best shooter, I guess.
But this is where I think that the edit is playing us, because also shout out to Savannah, because I love Savannah, because there aren't many sharks this season, right? Like, or they haven't like revealed that they're sharks. The only shark that we know is Savannah, where she's like very precise. She's very clear and like, hey, I'm calling them out. Last week it was Shannon. Last week it was Shannon and Jawan. This week it's Jawan, right? And where I feel like it's almost the edit where like Shannon's like, Jawan, he's out looking a lot. But in reality, I feel like he might have just really been getting leads, because I feel like, say this were a Rome, right? And Rome wins this challenge with Jake and Matt.
You already lost me.
No, what I'm saying is, think of Rome. We've had like we know how a Rome operates, and if Jawan was a Rome and he won this challenge against Jake and Matt, is there any question that he would get a disadvantage for the other team, or would he take the steal a vote?
If it was a Rome?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, because now I don't think it's a Rome specific thing, but even if you're playing like Rome, I think you see the merit in potentially both, because it's like, yeah, you want to disadvantage him in the challenge, but Rome also loved his advantages. So to steal someone's vote, Rome might be on board with that. But I mean, you're taking me to I think the key part of this journey, which is this dilemma. And both kind of have some pros and cons. Like, there wasn't really a clear-cut choice to me. So I'm curious what you guys like. If you were in Jawan's shoes, and kind of giving your spot in the tribe and all that, what do you think you would do?
What he did, he made the right move in his
absolutely.
He understood, like, yo, you just put a bunch of dirt in Savannah's bag. You got them looking at you some type of way. You want to do something for your tribe. He made the right move at that
absolutely moment. But we are missing the point. Can we talk about, outside of the decision that Jawan had, what I loved about this journey was I loved that Jake and Matt left thinking no foul, no play. That was the absolute best part for me, because like even after everyone left, after Jake left and Jawan left, they're like, hopefully I get my vote. Like, and they've come to expect these journeys. So for me, the biggest excitement was that, like, and me as a viewer watching it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. They're not even losing their votes. So the gag of it all was when Jawan read it, and I was like, oh, he's about to gag them. And so playing Monday morning quarterbacking, I actually think kind of the better play for Jawan Monday morning quarterbacking would have been to steal a vote, because if he would have stole a vote, I doubt that that public taunting of the other teams would have commenced. And I think that public taunting of the other teams, although it saved Jawan and his tribe, now we know Sophie with the HIE is like, this is a direct attack on Yellow.
So 2 questions. One, if he does this steal a vote and he goes back to the tribe, what's he tell the tribe? And do we think that he would be good at telling the tribe something?
Probably.
My second question.
Yeah, he doesn't get the immediate favor with his tribe.
Right.
Also, stealing of, I still agree with what Jawan did, because you could steal a vote, but if your tribe still goes to tribal, you might still be in trouble. And it's not stealing a vote in your own tribe either. It's just kind of an extra vote. Like, there's a good chance Jawan could still go home. But I do agree with you, Brice, on the fact that, like, both of these choices had negative repercussions potentially, because,
right,
like you said, he kind of pisses off a whole tribe. Granted, maybe the Khaled tribe is a little bit more appreciative of him, given they still go to tribal though. So, but also, if he steals just Jake or just Matt's vote and they find that out, then I'd also be like, you're burning a specific relationship almost too. So it wasn't necessarily like a good spot for Jawan to be in. But I do think, like, given his position, you got to give your tribe the best chance to just win.
Yeah, he absolutely made the best decision. Now, can we head on over to the Blue Tribe? Because there's a lot to unpack there, but I have a question for y'all, and I need to know. So we can get into it. Also, well, 2 things that I really want to get into. What is y'all doing to my baby Sophie H.I.'s knees? Because, girl, it's only 5 days in. Why is your knees beat up like that? What are y'all doing to my baby? Okay, because I love Sophie. And I can get into why I love Sophie, but, like, why? Like, baby, do I need to make a report?
She took off all that challenge and her knee opened up.
That one knee, but Sophie had a confessional and both her knees was beat up. Sophie, let me know if I need to make a report, because I'm concerned at this point, but I love Sophie and I'll tell you why. But I just don't even want to play around with y'all. So we know that Alex, Jake, Sophie, and Jeremiah find this potential beware challenge, which is really Alex. And the first thing of the beware challenge is that you can't even do anything until you lose. And if you lose, you can dig at the well. Now, mind you, I love Alex, but that was first red flag. I said, Alex gonna need some help digging. Okay. But this is what I want to know before we kind of backtrack. Then we see Jawan with this dilemma. He ultimately saves the Blue Tribe and puts the challenge on the Yellow Tribe. Do y'all think the Blue Tribe ultimately threw this challenge?
No.
I don't know.
Why would they do that?
I mean, because, like,
Are
again,
you saying so they could find The idol.
You have to think about it. And again, I'm just throwing theories out.
Yeah.
At this point, when we're going to challenge, the only people that know are Jake and Alex. And
No, they didn't throw the challenge. There's no. And also two reasons.
okay.
I mean, they only lose their vote until they go to tribal, but like you could go to tribal 4 tribals later, you'll be in the same scenario. You can get your idol. Like it's still, you know what I mean? Like you're not. It doesn't matter if you don't have a vote if you're not going to tribal. Also, Sophie was the one who was spearheading the puzzle, and they were in first place until they got to the puzzle. So Jake and Alex did their part. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I just watched the episode back.
They didn't. They were desperate. You could tell they wanted to win. They didn't throw the challenge.
Okay, I'm just saying, and I just also would have thought Jake would have been a little more rah. I don't know.
I like the throwing out the theory, but I really don't. Or this early, like it would be ridiculous for them to throw that challenge, and I don't think they threw it at all. But.
Okay.
No, they want to. No, they want to win.
Now before we dive into the Blue Tribe, because there's a lot to unpack, and then obviously we're already touching on the challenge a little bit. They have like their tribal and all that. Did Jawan, just circling back on Jawan, did he make the right choice giving the disadvantage to the Yellow Tribe?
Are we playing Monday morning quarterback, or are we playing in Jawan's shoes right when Uncle Jeff says to him that this is the decision?
More right in the moment, I think. But obviously, if some of you could say.
And right in the moment, absolutely, he made the right decision. You don't want to he's making the political move, but Monday morning quarterback, if Blue is already going to go, just put it on him. What would I be without my baby? Oh, I'm on my crazy.
And I don't want to go crazy. But every thug needs a lady.
Hey. What I do without the nights that you kept me warm on the oats that I kept me warm. Wait, hold on.
Well, sorry.
I
agree with
the song.
No.
Okay. What would I do without my baby?
I thought I love my break baby.
Every thug needs a lady.
Yeah.
How does the one verse go? The female verse go?
Yeah.
Easy.
You guys don't even know the song.
You did it. You did it well.
Jack, what would I do without the nights that you kept me warm in the
Whoa, baby.
No, my break, man. Oh, Jack over it.
He's in the Google. Jack is trying to find this song.
No, I was texting Christine.
Oh, Atkins.
Yeah.
What's up?
She said, I'm trying to watch the episode. I can't find it anywhere. It's not on Paramount. I was like, I don't know where else it would be if it's not on Paramount.
Well, tell her I don't got Paramount.
He sent me a screenshot just like Wendell did.
Hold on.
That's not funny.
No, because I'm trying to think, Jack. No, hold on, wait. Where would I be without my baby? The thought alone might break me. And I don't want to go crazy. But anyway, I appreciate the rocks and gifts that you caught me, baby, and that house on the hill that you dropped like 80 on the down payment. Think of damn, ain't life crazy? Ever since I've been twice the lady. Where would I be without my baby?
You know the song so well, you had to read it off the phone.
Jack, don't listen. It is a millennial classic. The thought alone might break me. What would I be without you? I only think about you. I know you're tired of being lonely. So, baby girl, put it on me.
Yeah.
Jack, just give me an artist. Who you think it is? And when DZ, say the chorus in a way that he would understand it. Where would I be without you?
What would I be without my baby?
Baby.
Let alone my break me.
Break me.
And I wanna go crazy.
Crazy.
Every thug needs a lady.
Lady. Okay, Jack, I'll help you out. He was the Drake before Drake was Drake. And Jack, yeah, you got a new camera, you got a new setup, and we could see the glare in the eyes of.
Well, all I did was look up the name of who I was guessing and make sure I would say it right.
Okay, so that's cheating. But okay, Jawad.
No, I just didn't
Okay,
want to say
Jawad.
that-
You just dumped the leaves out of my bag and discovered.
No, I didn't look up their
your
music. I
bag.
had my guess. I was like, I want to make sure this is the right way to. say
Okay,
it.
so you put leaves in my bag.
Got it.
Yeah. Do you want to guess?
Yes.
I'll say DMX.
You know what though?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Good guess. Now, wait a minute. You had to look up how to say.
Well, isn't there like also
Get.
isn't
That's
there also like a
right.
Run DMC? Is that a thing?
No, Jack, no. You're going the wrong way.
No, I'm
going
saying
the
those are
wrong
different
way.
things, but isn't Run DMC a different thing than DMX? So I just want to
Absolutely.
make sure I didn't say like DMC. I meant DMX. I didn't want to say DMC.
Jack, you should have left it at DMX because I feel like the listeners would have got you with that because of
That's so bad because in my mind, I don't
No.
know either that there's DMX and there's Run DMC. I wanted to make sure I wasn't about to say like DMC.
Run DMC is Christine Atkins era.
I wasn't guessing Run DMC, but DMC and DMX sound similar. So I was like,
No. Wait.
What are you talking about?
You can't
Okay.
walk this one back.
Yes, I can. I will stand on this. Two names: DMC, Run DMC, and DMX. I'm not saying the band. I'm not saying the groups are the same.
Groups.
Well, DMX, and then isn't Run DMC? Whatever. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying if I'm guessing,
What does the Democratic Convention have to do with the song that we are singing?
Because if I'm guessing DMX, I wasn't sure. I wasn't positive if it was DMX or just DMC. But I was like, I think it's Run DMC and then DMX. I was making sure I was right, which I was.
Wait, no, Jack, I wish. Wait, wait, don't, Jack.
And I didn't know her stuff was in the bag when I emptied it out.
Jack, no,
That makes total. That's such a.
no, I'm
fine
with you.
fact check
I'm
for
with
me.
you. But
Yeah.
just do me a favor, Jack. Give me a song.
If I knew, I wouldn't have to look up the name.
Wait, what is it?
Run DMX.
No, wait. He say DMC. Give me a song, DMC. God,
Isn't it Run DMC?
no.
It's Run DMX.
Yes.
What? Oh,
Yes,
well,
Vin Diesel.
I just looked up Run DMC and it's a hip hop group
Okay. All right.
with Josie Simmons, Daryl McDaniels, and Jam Master Jay. That's Wendell's
Okay.
era.
All right. So that's wrong.
I just Googled it. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying the song that we are singing is wrong. Wendy, what's another of this artist's
I'll give
song
you another
that
hint.
Jack
I'm
would
not-
know?
Are you talking about DMX?
No, that
He
is
said-
wrong. Hold on, wait. Let
said-
me. I'm
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot it's a totally different person.
It's a totally different artist. All right. Okay. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Gave you my love, so baby, be mine.
Be mine. Always there when you call.
Always.
On.
You don't know a rap verse, Wendy Z?
Start me off.
I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Get you out.
Is that the one that's like Be My Baby or something? Like
Okay.
My Boo. Or that one?
Okay, give me another song though. Give me the one with Bobby Brown. That was when he started falling off.
All
That
right.
thug and thug loving.
I'm real.
Okay.
Or
You guys don't even know the song.
Okay, Jack. Here's another. I'll give you two more hints to get you in the direction.
okay.
He came right after DMX and kind of stole his sound.
But
So DMX was a good guess.
yeah, we said that. We acknowledged that. But when you said DM Run,
I never said that. I said
He said
DMX Run DMC.
DMC.
What?
He's okay. My second hint is he had a very famous feud and beef
and
with
then he
It's not
kind of lost.
Biggie, is it?
Who?
with.
It's not Biggie, is it?
No.
May I finish?
Sorry, I wanted to throw a guess out before I
Okay.
have too
I
many
like it.
hints.
I like it. I like it.
He was around. He came up around Biggie's time, but more in the latter of Biggie. He's got songs with Biggie, but you ain't see the documentaries. But go on, pop
He doesn't
on.
have songs with Biggie. He was signed to Murder Inc. He had
Murder.
He has a beef with 50 Cent.
It's not Tupac, is it?
Jesus Lord.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is all
Okay.
before my time.
Last hit.
Okay,
He has a lot of hits.
He has a lot of hits. He has a
With-
lot of singy songs with J-Lo and Ashanti. Ashanti even went on tour with him.
Throw the pot away.
Yeah, back in like 1904.
Oh, Jack. Okay. Have you ever heard of the rapper named Ja Rule?
Yes.
What's the song that comes to mind when you think of Ja
I
Rule?
don't know because I was born in 2000.
Oh, Jack.
Have you ever heard of the Fire Festival?
Yeah, have you ever heard of the Fire Festival?
The one that like didn't actually happen? Yeah. What did Ja Rule have to do with that?
He was an investor. He was the face of it. The investors used him as the face of the Fire Festival.
Well, that's why, I mean, it's no wonder it didn't work out.
No, we're not going to do that to Ja Rule, though, because let me just tell you this.
If they got DMX, it would have been a smash hit.
No.
Oh, my word.
I have gone to a Ja Rule concert, and I will say this. I've actually been to 2 of them. I am actually surprised at, not even surprised, but like Ja Rule got hits in the game. So we're not even going to disrespect Ja Rule like that. But
Right.
okay.
You would actually like his music.
Let me
And
look
so
it up.
I also think that, also shout out to the comments. I think that the ladies in the comments would appreciate if Jack on the first date pulled up with a little Ja Rule in the background. Because the last song we named, somebody was like, I don't want Jack playing that on our first date. We read the comments. But anywho.
I read that.
Okay. No worry, Jack. We just helping you out. That's it.
I mean, I think the ladies I'm dating might be listening to something a little more modern. I'm not dating 40-year-olds.
Well, who is 40? It's only one 40-year-old on this podcast. Okay. It's only one 40-year-old on this podcast, baby. I'm in my baby. Like I said, I'm a young millennial, Jack.
Brice, just because you passed 40 many, many moons ago.
Baby, I can show you my ID, Jack. Let's okay. Because we ain't going to age shame, Jack.
You're age shaming me.
I'm not age shaming you. I'm empowering you. You're age shaming Wendell. You're not age shaming me, baby. I'm still in my 20s.
If you know what, I'm not gonna do this.
Anyway, okay.
So back to what we were saying. I agree. I think in the moment, Juwan made the right decision. And I think Monday morning quarterbacking, I actually think it worked out as well as it possibly could have. And the reason being, because I think if the team you give the disadvantage to loses, they're going to be like, Juwan made us lose. Like, even if they were going to lose regardless, they would be like, Juwan screwed us over. Screw Juwan. We're coming for Juwan's neck. But now, because he gave it to Hina and they won, it's sort of like, I feel like they could be a little bit more like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, I see why he did it. And we won anyway, so who really cares? You know what I mean? It's like no harm, no foul. Whereas if he gave it to Kele, who was already going to lose, and they lose, and then they lose, obviously lose anyways, they're going to be like, oh, that was Juwan's fault. Juwan, like put salt in the wound. We were already down a member, and Juwan, like, screwed us over. So I think it actually worked out pretty, like, fine enough for Juwan.
What do you feel about the banter on the mat?
I mean,
Juwan said, I'm gonna let him cook, but go ahead with what you were saying, Uncle Jeff. Okay, pop off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, to be fair, it's like Juwan. It's not like he really wants. This was like just the best option he had. So to be like, I think Sophie's doing solid so far. But for her to be like, this was a shot at Hina. It's like, no, nobody cared. Edit-wise, nobody looking at Hina. So it's just like if you were in Juwan's shoes, I think that's what you would do. So I wouldn't be like talking hella smack, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah, it was interesting. Now, let's get back to Blue
Sure.
because Alex, Jake find the beware, and after they lose and when they start looking, they bring in Sophie B. And can we talk about Sophie B? Because I'm loving Sophie B because I don't think we've ever seen this type of play before. And although it didn't work out for Sophie B, as someone that's watching, I love this type. Call me Cardi B. Am I the drama? Okay. We need Nicki Minaj. We need Saucy Santana. We need Carisha. And we need JT right now because, baby, the way that Sophie let us viewers know, like, because, okay, let me just take it back a step. There's never a second where, Jack, you find a beware of advantage. Then you bring Wendell in. Then y'all bring me in, and we're looking for it. Like I said, the way my third boot mind works, there would never be a time that if I were to find the lock, I would be like, it's right. Like the way that there's just never, my mind would never think to be that devious. And the fact that like Sophie took Savannah's bag that Jawan had a leaves and dumped it on the box. The way she dumped Jawan's leaves of Sophie's bag on the box, and then in some crazy world was like, let's move the ball and chain over here. And even Jake was like, for what for? And they even moved the ball and chain, right? And then Jeremiah came along and they just had to like, open it up. And so I really do love the way that Sophie, like, she's thinking very villainesque. And we love a good villain. I think that we need to normalize, like I said on this week's Purple Pants Premonitions, we need to normalize people being in their villain era because it's like you're selfish for yourself. I love that. I just never would have thought of that. Love to hear your two thoughts.
I wouldn't call her a villain, but I'd say that was a really fun like idea and thing to watch. We know we've seen who she is regarding this duo of the fellas and how she says like she gets jealous and whatnot. And so we know that, you know, she's got her eyes on these two who are in an alliance with her. You know, it's like, yo, they're rocking with you, girl. And for her to be the one that finds it and for how she's explaining it and we're watching it play out, I thought that was really fun to watch. And I was rooting for her to allow them to, you know, place the ball and chain way over there and to not find it, because that would play out really fun also.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like where her head's at. It opens up a ton of options for her. She's also thinking forward of like, once Annie goes, what happens? Do I want Alex to have an idol and a tight alliance with Jake? And I think, you know, I was just thinking about it as you were kind of recapping it. If Alex doesn't find this idol and he doesn't have a vote, I mean, that opens up a lot of things for Sophie. Like, I'm kind of imagining you could, if Jake thinks the vote's Annie and Annie thinks the vote is either you as in Sophie or Jake, and Alex doesn't have a vote, you could grab like a Jeremiah and be like, hey, we only need 2 votes. We could take out like an Alex, then I go grab Alex's idol, and all of a sudden me and Jeremiah are running the tribe and I have an idol. So obviously it didn't work out like that just because Alex was able to find it. But I like Sophie's headspace of like, yeah, we're together for this vote. We're voting Annie, but like, why am I giving you ammunition for the next one? You know what I mean?
Can we also talk about Jeremiah, where I'm loving Jeremiah's headspace in the fact of like, he understands he may be at the bottom. And sometimes when you're at the bottom, you have to do things that aren't things that you would normally do. But in the game of Survivor, you've got to get to the next day. And so like Jeremiah got to the next day with the Nicole vote. And in this episode, when they bring him in, Jeremiah isn't just like, oh, I'm with y'all. Like in our confessionals, we get to see that Jeremiah's like, I understand. They're bringing me in, but I'm always the last to know. And so I think that that's a wherewithal that sometimes there are people that are the last to know that don't necessarily know that they're the last to know. Like
Yeah.
specifically Annie, right? Where it's like she's thinking she's building bonds with Sophie and Alex. And I will say the edit kind of fooled me because when Alex got that idol and then came to Annie, I was thinking like, what is the point of what's the point of telling Annie that you have the idol other than to make her feel comfortable so that you guys can vote her out? But it was a really good job of maybe thinking like, maybe Jake and Sophie really are closer than Alex and Jake, and we just don't see that. That's what illuminated that to me, because like, what would be the purpose of Alex to tell Annie he has an idol?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if there really was a good reason to, but I think what you said is probably right, where he was just like, we're about to send Annie home. There's a shot in the dark that could be a concern. Let me just tell her and make her feel like, oh, you're really with me. Even though I think that's a little bit, I mean, everyone else already knew, but I think it's a little bit, yeah, I don't know if it was worth telling him. Because even if she plays her shot in the dark and it works and Sophie goes home, that might actually be better for Alex if he doesn't have a hand in it. You know what I mean? So
it makes me just wonder that like maybe Alex and Annie's relationship is more deeper than what we are actually seeing on the TV. Because again, what I'm just confused about is like, in what world do you need to tell Annie that? But also there's a world where like Jake, Sophie, Jeremiah knows. At this point, maybe it's better that everybody on the tribe knows, because
yeah. And it's like, if you know you're sending her home, then you're not gonna have to worry about her knowing for that long, I guess. I don't know. But like it kind of ties into when she actually gets voted out and he's like, I had no choice. Like, if I'm the other players though, I'm sort of like, what do you mean? Like, what
so, Jack, that's a great
yeah.
And she looked at him and said, like, love you or something like that.
Right. In my notes, if Jack, you are Jake, and Wendell, you are Sophie. And from the edit, what we are seeing is that like Annie has been very vocal with Sophie until she kind of like switched on Sophie. But like the way Annie left and hugging Alex, would that put any discernment in your heart to be like, were they closer than what we thought? Or like, good job on you, Alex, you played the part right? Like, where do you think you would be at?
It'd be less about Annie hugging him and more about him saying like, I had no choice. That would raise a flag for me of like, well, would you have wanted to do something else if you had a choice? And would that something else have been voting me out? Because, you know, if say I'm in Sophie's shoes and I'm cool with Jake and we got Jeremiah too, and that's sort of like the group, and Alex is in there too, but he's not going to go against that three. I'm like, well, by saying that, I'm like, if you had those numbers, would you have voted me out? That's what kind of concerns me. And it's just it kind of ties in. I think Alex is playing solid so far, but it kind of ties into during our draft of when I drafted him as a potential third boot. It feels like, you know, coming from Washington and coming from politics, he does feel that need to sort of appeal to everybody. And I think that could bite him in the butt, where he's appealing to Annie even after they vote her out. And it doesn't matter what she thinks about you anymore. You know, you got to lock in with your people. But I do think, and I'm curious what you guys think, you know, he kind of teased this idea of playing an idol for Annie. I ultimately think it was good for him to just hold on to your idol,
right,
like rock out with your people. You play an idol for Annie. Sure, it seems like they're close, and he wanted to keep Annie in, but then all of a sudden you piss off Jake, who's like your number one, and then you don't have an idol. So now it's like going forward with this group, worst case scenario, I mean, he's got Jake and he can play an idol if he wants. So it feels like he's in a better, and he didn't rock the boat. And so I feel like he's in a better spot going this route. You know what I mean?
The only thing that left me with a little bit of pause in that same thinking that you're thinking is, if he really were to go with an Annie, right? Because we know that at the last hour, Annie started pitching Sophie's name. And again, I read body language. I read energy. At the end, Jake kind of like grabbed Sophie and said, I got you. But why would you need to have me if like we already knew that like Jake, Jeremiah, and Alex were voting Annie? Like, I don't know. That just left me a little like maybe there is some dissension between these alliances that we don't see. And again, maybe Sophie is actually closer to Jake, and maybe Alex was closer to Andy. I don't know. It just left. It was weird, as if like if we all knew that she was throwing your name out and we told you, why would I need to comfort you? Like for me, I would be there like, gotcha. And so like it just maybe Sophie might have been a little worried of Alex and Annie's relationship. It just questions that I have. But again, why I think the Blue Tribe has gone to tribal the most, but I also think that like the Blue Tribe is one of like a very interesting and complicated tribe that I love, because it's like we don't really know where the lines are in these 4 that are left.
Yeah, Jake is definitely going to hold everything together.
Yeah.
And he says both of them are his number ones.
Right. But I also feel like, is Jeremiah the key? If they have to go to tribal again, is Jeremiah the swing vote?
I think Jeremiah would probably be the target.
Yeah.
If that 3 is cohesive.
They're cohesive.
I just think because there's both, like Sophie and Alex are both so close to Jake, that I think Jake is going to prevent either of them from really being the option for each other. And then it kind of just leaves Jeremiah, which is unfortunate, because if in my mind with Sophie, I'd like to grab a Jeremiah and take out Alex, but now he's got an idol and he's got Jake looking out for him. So it's like, I'm not going to force a 2-2 tie when someone's got an idol too against like my other closest and my other closest allies in that group. So,
but we do know Sophie is close to Jeremiah. We just didn't see much of that in this episode, but last episode we saw that.
No, I'm saying if I were Sophie, that's what I would like. Like in an ideal world, I'd love to work with Jeremiah and take out like Alex. But then it's like, okay, well, Alex and Jake are tight and Alex has an idol. So like, what's really your way to do that? There's not really an opportunity to do that. I'm hoping they don't go back or there's like a shakeup, because I feel like Jeremiah would probably go, and I don't want to lose Jeremiah yet. I feel like he's got some game to bring, and he's been navigating pretty well. He's just kind of been dealt a tough things. So,
I
don't know. I'm curious to see what happens next week.
I have another question. Is it okay if I ask?
Yeah.
If you 2 were to get your nipples pierced.
Oh my God.
Y'all, I just asked if I can ask a question.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. If you 2 could get your nipples pierced, would you get both of them or just one?
Well, I hear a lot of times the reason people get just one is because they want to get both, and then it hurts too much, so they don't do the other one.
Oh. Okay.
So I guess if I had to, probably just one, because I wouldn't want to at all. So one is better than
what
none.
if you could just get them done at the same time?
I never thought about that. No, I'd still probably just want 2 is like, I don't want my nipples pierced.
I've never thought about it.
I don't want them at all. I guess then I would say 1 because it's less than 2.
Wendell, would you get both or one?
I plead the 5th.
No, this isn't plead the 5th. Jack just gave us Run MC. So would you get 1 or 2?
1.
There we go.
Well, if y'all asking me, I would want both.
Why is that?
You could,
because I also feel like, I'm in my big back era right now, so my shirts feel a lot more tighter. Hey, keep it cute. I would want symmetry.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all. Just think about Jake and. He has 1 nipple. I just was curious to like, why you don't complete the dos fecto?
Dos fecto. That's what you said to Miguel.
Okay, listen. Hey. I did get Miguel's Instagram too. Anyway, I was loving Miguel.
Wait, can we talk about? I mean, I know we're wrapping up, but in this next time on, it looks like Jake might be getting bit by a poisonous snake.
Yeah, that snake, the black and white banded snake, that is the venomous snake on the island. That is the one. We see them out there, and he got bit by it or something.
Yeah, and it sounds like he got bit on the foot, which is kind of maybe that's karma for stealing people's shoes. I don't know if that's, but I hope he's. I mean, it seems like he's. I feel like we would have heard about it if he like. If something really serious.
He was at Rome's party.
Yeah, so he's okay. But I wonder what's going down if that happens. Like,
well, the doctor comes. They talk to the doc.
Yeah,
well,
I hear it's like they might bite you, but they don't always inject venom.
Inject the venom, but again,
so as long as he doesn't get the venom, I mean, if you get the venom though, you probably just immediately kind of cooked. And it seems like he was all right. So I'm guessing maybe he got bit, but maybe no venom. So the doctor takes a look, and hopefully he's all right, right? I don't know.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
I heard Jake tried to steal the snake shoes, but you're gonna find them because the snake doesn't.
He wanted to turn the snake into shoes.
Yeah, I can't really give you much on this topic, Jack, because I used to know snake biting me. I'm used to biting the.
Okay.
You'd be biting the snake.
You don't need to give me the venom because I'm gonna suck the venom on. But
wrap it up.
Why do y'all podcast with me?
I feel like you made the same joke like 2 episodes ago.
It
doesn't miss.
It gets funnier with time. But anyway, it was a travesty to see Annie go home. But let's just say Annie might have went home and Annie chose to spend her going out episode with Brice and Wynn in Boston, giving us a concert that, baby, I can't say I'm a rock music lover, but baby, I like live music, and Annie delivered. Okay, Annie delivered entrance, outfit, and even our tour manager Joey Hatch at one point in time. Joey Hatch is a musician, a professional musician for over a decade. Joey Hatch said Annie's musicians, they get down. Like, Annie is a performer, and so if she had to go out second, what a way to go out. We celebrate you, Queen, and hopefully you can bring some more of that rock and roll on to the Brice and Wynn 49 tour. But this has been a great episode with DZ Jack. Love podcasting with y'all. So much fun. We'll be back next week covering episode season 3. Tickets for Brice and Wynn tour 49 are available. Click the link in the Brice and Wynn Instagram bio, and we'll see you next week. And watch out for them snakes. Don't let them get you. You get them. Bye.
It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the